Woo! Ooga. My thing actually worked. I'm just waiting until it starts pinging the Discord server twice because I have it set up twice now, but doing good, it's fine. Everything's fine. Okay. Sorry, I'm just making noises over here. You know what I mean? Okay, hello. How y'all doing today? I don't have anything. I did not turn on my lights on. I am not prepared for my own stream. This and gold. There we go. Ayo, what up, Bean? What up, Toot? How y'all doing? Oh, I also need to actually turn on. I literally did nothing. I just was sitting there thinking that everything was all set, and it was not. Professional streamer. It's almost like I'm streaming on a day I don't normally stream. Some might say. What's up, buddy? It feels like I was just talking to you. It's true. It's very strange. Bean! What up, Bean? What do I need? What else do I need up? Streamer bot. is it missing? There it is. Cool. Toot. What? Oh, yeah. Why is it not showing up on screen? Did they freaking break it again? I'd be mad if they broke it again. It works on... Oh, wait, no, I guess it doesn't.
finally figured out how to get notifications when people are talking on Discord. Damn my technology illiteracy.
I'm surprised, because usually the problem is not getting notifications on Discord. Usually that's the bigger issue. God, I wish I wasn't dyslexic sometimes. Okay, 7 TV. Why did it turn off? Why did it get rid of all my settings? Does anyone know? No. Well, in theory it should do the things on the screen, but it probably won't because I didn't... Oops, I didn't mean to clear everything. Well, here we are. I broke it. Anyway, Thunder, hello. Good morning. Thunder.
Well, don't ask me. Remember tech illiterate here.
Indeed. Indeed. I was trying to sing the song, but voice inflection is hard to type. I'm not sure what you mean. I lost the context window already. Love you guys, just saying. Love you too, Bean. Just saying. Any hoodles. Well, we don't... All right, I already read that. Well, I didn't read it, but you read it. Dave read it, or whatever the voice's name is. Brian? Is it Brian? I can't remember his name. Anyway, hello, I'm here. And here's the art display. Actually, we're probably gonna talk mechanics first, because I think we're on the old just card grind again. We could do editing instead, because I do have all this fancy jazz to work on. I'm still kind of trying to figure out exactly how all that will work, but you know, here we are. I did this. I think I showed... Oh, well, I showed the first version yesterday. I added like crystals and cracks and stuff. Here, I'll show it with sound too.
The lone Dark Arts Necromancer draws on the power of death, their forces growing with every fallen foe. And with the power of death at their side, it is said the Necromancer never truly dies. This hero has the ability to attack. They also...
There you go. That probably was an audio nightmare because it was probably doubled, but you know, here we are. We're here to provide audio nightmares. Anyway, I enjoyed that. Well, the cool part is it's templatized, so in theory I can just plug and play. You know what I'm saying? Not sure about the music, and the cracks are the only thing I'm like unsure of, but I think it's just because I've been looking at them too much.
The lone Dark Arts Necromancer draws on the power of death, their forces growing with every fallen foe. And with the power of death at their side, it is said the Necromancer never truly dies.
I'm happy I made these crystals with, been looking at cracks too much? Yeah, for sure. I'm happy with the crystals because I made them with like shape layers and like some effects, but they still kind of look like my style, you know? It's not actually hand drawn at all. Because I wanted to have like the effect where it's like when they overlap, they kind of merge into one shape. You know what I mean? And so that actually kind of worked out. It's kind of cool. Anyway, we could maybe do that if we get bored of drawing, but yeah, that's my life. Well, looking at crack it. Whoa, God, why can't I read that? Well, looking at crack, it's much better than doing crack. True. Just know Toots is thinking what I'm thinking. Yeah. I'm thinking what you're thinking, Bean. Is better. No, you're fine. You're fine. I got you. My brain broke, but it's fine, you know? 100%. Yeah, Bean was talking about butt cracks. Where squat redeem? Where French fry stream? How do you like that comeback? When I'm not talking about butt cracks, you know. Wait. Yeah. Anyway. See how Toot got really quiet when I said, where's the French fry streams? Well, God, my reading's gonna be horrible today. I don't know why. I'm already tired, I guess. Well, so well, ever so, but crack or crack, but butt crack or crack. I don't like to do either. That's fair. Actually, Needle, you make a good freaking point. True. You know. Go on, Toot. I have a very easy task to complete before I can do that. Likely story. Got a new laptop and I have to set up my overlay again. I see. Where the hell is this mysterious French fry person? Yeah. It's the real question. The question we're all asking. The question on everyone's mind. What am I doing with my life, y'all? We're working on a card, presumably. And in theory, we're working on the Decay deck. So I need these pages open. Our new one of our new cards, the one we did yesterday, was for the Chaos deck, which is... Oh, no, I know what we're doing. We're working on Bean's little guy. I almost completely forgot. Holy heckaroo, what's wrong with me? Bean, why didn't you tell me? Being Southern again, I tell you what. That reminds me. Yeah, I was waiting for the perfect moment to drop that thing. I tell you what. Two also redeeming a little guy, I see. I tell you what. Jake the dog is a little guy. I can see that. I reckon I can see that. Brutal 2 lined up. What if I was just a southern gentleman? God, what am I doing? We need the little guys. I really need to put them in a different folder because like I have to search for them every time because it doesn't really make sense. But I'm too lazy to move it. You know what I mean? Okay, well, Bean is first. We have the little guy template. BRB gotta go do floor tiles or something. I see. It all makes sense. Well, we're not working on AAE today. No, I'm just kidding. I gotta try to make sure I do these in the time that I have allotted y'all, which is 30 minutes. Because I always end up doing way longer than I should. Okay, stream chat, we need to look at the reference. Crystal Dragon. Do you want it low poly like this, or do you want it just like a dragon that is emerald? That is a little guy. You're a Southern Belle. Well, I declare. Yeah, I guess it was kind of more Belle-like than gentleman-like. I feel like Southern gentleman is very moral. That's more Elvis-y, but you know what? Whatever. Here we are. If I had a nickel for every time a man tried sweet talking his way out of a tight spot, with a smile like that, I'd be sitting on the front porch sipping sweet tea under my own pecan tree, completely unbothered by the heat. I tell you what. Hee. When I'm Southern, all I can hear is a kind lady telling me, bless your soul, bless your heart. Which I know isn't about blessing one's soul. Yes, low poly, please. Crystalline. Okay. I don't know how I'm going to do a low poly little guy. Because they're very much orb, you know? Here, let's sketch. Let's do the sketch. Okay. It's low poly. Is there like a front angle of these dragons? Emerald Dragon from Spyro, is that what this is? What's a low poly? Low polygon. Bad resolution, essentially. Bad 3D model. Why are they only ever from the side? Okay, that should do. Oh, like N64 render. Yeah. Stream chat. Yeah, that's actually, I think, the one I was seeing. Perfecto. Okay. Oh, anyway, how are y'all? How y'all doing today? I have a lot of anxiety and I couldn't even tell you why. Feeling very anxious for no reason. We're just gonna get the shapes down and then see how we feel about it. I might make his eyes like really wide. We'll see. We'll see how it works. This is basically the bottom of it. It's kind of cool right now, honestly. Why, really? Something bothering you? Not really. I mean, money's like sort of tight, but it's not like it's not like I hadn't really noticed that or like haven't planned for it. Like I know exactly what's going on. I know what I'm doing, but I think that might be the only thing that I can think of that would be bothering me. But I don't know. I couldn't tell you why I'm stressed about it. It's weird that it's like from both perspectives. Like I feel like, I guess that kind of makes sense. I'm making the angle kind of more than it should be, but yeah, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I don't know why I'm stressed. Do the horns go like this and then like this? Or no, they go out and then... Bean, no.
Runnerbean36 gifted 5 subscriptions to the community.
Thank you, Bean. You're too kind. You did not need to do that. A hype train. It's not much, but I hope the tiny bit helps. It definitely does. Thank you, Bean. I really appreciate it. What just happened? Oh. Sorry, I saw the other guy. I'm like, did a new person just show up while you did that? But no, AI viewers from Streamboo. Thank you, Bean. I appreciate that. You definitely didn't have to, but I do appreciate it. Thank you. There's a gift sub to Radio Bone Air Super Poverty Man Ultra Strength Linto and Jack Kings. There we go. We haven't heard from any of them, but you know, we're here for it. I watched a hype train happen live at 72. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I saw one live at like, what was it, 100 something? It was like, I saw the world record hype train live. That was pretty crazy. I think it was it 100, 200? They went freaking crazy. Ultra Strength is a great dude and a personal favorite of mine. Not streamer, just a good person. Okay, good. Good to know. Well, I'm glad they got a sub. They must have come through a bean raid. The perspective on this doesn't make sense, but I think that's okay. Especially for something we're trying to do somewhat quickly. And he's got big horns. Big old horns. Oh, I see what's happening. Part of it is that the piece should narrow a bit too. Yeah, like this. Yeah, I'm not honestly not even sure that's exactly what I'm stressed about. I have no idea. My stress is just high, and that's all there is to it, I guess. I don't know. But I mean, that's the most likely scenario, because that seems to be what I get stressed about with, you know, running my own business that's not really a business. So that in of itself is probably also stressful, but, you know, here we are. This guy's looking kind of cool. He's a cool little guy. Oh god, I'm zooming in too far. Go, what? Can't hear. Can't cheer or can't hear? Trying to contribute to the hype train. Level 2. How does that work? If you gift a singular bit, does that give you the hype train emotes? Also, hello. Hello, Tebow. Bits aren't working. Usually you can just say cheer 1 and that should work, right? Like you can type it and that's just a command. Oh, weird. It doesn't like it. Swing. Maybe because phone? I don't know. Yeah, it should work. I binge watch Witch Hat Atelier thinking there would be a season 2. Just my luck, but I do agree with the beats. It's a great magic system. Yeah, no, it's not even partly through the season. It's only like halfway through. This is season 1. Atelier, I don't remember how you pronounce it, but Atelier? I think it's Atelier. Some weird French word. Right, Thunder? Our VPN? No. Hype Train. Jesus, wow. Yeah, I don't know why. That's weird. Let's see what we got. We got tea. Spill the tea, yo. It means workshop, I think. It does. It does. I only know the word because when I was in Atlanta, there was a prop shop that they tried to like make cool sounding. They call it like ATL, like Atlanta, like, but then they used the word atelier, so it was like ATLEA, and no one knew how to spell it because not only is it not an English word, but it's also a hybrid bastardization of another word, so it was just like no one understood how to say it. So that's my story. The perspective is definitely off on this, but it's okay. It looks less pointy than you should. How are we feeling about this beat? Ah!
Hey Shibo just cheered 1 bits. Reloaded.
Okay, damn. I guess you just had to refresh. That's sad. Big sad. Let me quickly fix something here. Why is this so loud?
Hey
Bits.
Shibo just cheered 54 bits. To next badge they say.
Oh, you're a bits badge boy. Okay, we can turn down the sound effect. Save changes. Okay. Maybe that'll fix it. Your generosity is too loud. It is. Bitch, bad boy. What? What happened? No badge for you. I guess not. Well, sounds like you saying bit badge. I'll allow it. Oh, no, you're good. How dare you say the B word in my presence? Dean, how are you feeling about this? I feel like it needs to be more like that. I also feel like the I feel like we can put the eyes further apart. The way your TTS says bitches always cracks me up. Gonna be a good boy, I swear. And take the poochies for walkies? Okay. Have fun. Good luck. Okay. Crystal Dragoon. He should be a little more like pancake-esque. His face should be flatter. I guess we could just do a little bit of this action. Probably better. Yeah, that helps. I guess it's got like spines down the back, but I guess maybe we just give it like tiny little wings. Maybe a small body. How do we do this? Still loud, holy. Why?
Hey Shibo just cheered 1 bit.
Why is it so
Jokes
loud?
care. Also hey Shibo.
Hey Shibo. Why is it so loud? Is it loud for you guys? The like... Or is it not loud at all? Bits. Speech. No, not speech. We want sounds. Volume at 20. Preview alert. Okay, what if we just do it at like 6? Okay, I don't know why 6% volume is about the right, but... Okay, here we are. Do I have enough for a little guy sketch? Well, you'd be 3rd in queue. If you feel so inclined. So let's start by actually giving him... Okay, he's got... Hold on. Please hold. Better. Still
What if I
on.
cheer in a TTS, NVM it says I can't Lamau.
Oh, interesting. Okay, focus up beats. The little guy in this geometric style is crazy. Madness. How do we do tail? It's... The thing it's like looped around, but... So weird. In theory, you should have 4 legs. This is also weird. Dice 100. Oh, should be on. Or roll 100, dice 100. What was it? 100 commands. And the command is disabled. It should be on. Oh wait, no, it is broken because for some reason this I didn't even update it and it broke it. It's really annoying. I wonder if I can. I know I saved them. What if I try this? Because my commands are probably broken too. I honestly might have to switch to a different freaking I don't know, chat thing. It's just annoying. Or like just not use it for commands and stuff. I probably should just use streamer bot for all my commands. It's also just the worst freaking UI. That's not the worst, but it's, I don't know. Like, it's just like a thing you have to scroll through, and there's so many options. Is that it? Yeah, load configurations. Social stream backup. Open. Alright. Try it again. Dice. Or I guess I can just look at dice. See if it's on now. Nope. I don't know, y'all. It's just annoying. There you go. Dice is on. Oh, hello, Tuna. What the? No Twitch notification? No Discord one? There definitely was a Discord notification. I think the multiple legs is weird. I'm not gonna do it. And then I guess maybe wings. Just like a small wing. No. Does this look like an emerald dragon to you? I'm also wondering if I make it more derpy and put the eyes farther apart. Even though the thing does not have eyes. It's still loud.
Hey Shibo just cheered 69 bits. Tuna has spoken.
Why is it so loud? I don't understand. It wasn't like that before. Well, I guess no one was cheering bits before. Maybe I have 2-bit notifications at once. That's probably what it is. What is it? On. I think I know what it is now. It alerts. Bits. Aha. That must be it. Okay. I think that's my problem. Thank you for the 69 bits. Give me a number between 1 and 100. 6, 7. No, another. 69. Tuna has spoken. Just figured out in my infinitely incomprehensible technology literacy how to get notifications from Discord. Yes. I was told for once that it started streaming. Nice. Heck yeah. Are you trying to roll dice? Oh, I see. I understand now. Should work in theory now, but I think this is the little guy. I must draw the line art now. It does. There you go. Now works. Big number. Relatively high, in fact. Okay. Little guy time. This might be like the largest little guy just because of the horns. I'm wondering if I should make like slightly smaller. Those horns are pretty big. They're about the size of his head, so I'm just gonna go with it. I'm rolling with it. Did I even say thank you for the bits? Thank you for the bits, Tebow. For the 69 bits. All nice. Very nice number. Yeah, this is kind of wonky, huh? Like in theory, you wouldn't see this at all. Maybe just do something like that. It's a little more subtle.
Hey Shibo just cheered 1 bits. You're welcome. Is the notification stating to annoy you yet?
No, I think I fixed the loudness now, so now it is not. I can't speak for everyone else, but I don't think I'm allowed to be annoyed by it, you know what I mean? It's like, this man's giving me money. I'm so annoyed.
It takes so long to get to the TTS part, lol.
It does. I guess I could turn off the notification. I think I did that before though, and it was just like, it felt wrong, you know? I definitely have to move the eyes slightly, but not by a whole heck of a lot. I almost think the inner lines probably should be a different color, but we'll get there when we get there.
But I love TTS, I don't have bit power like you other people XD.
You have the beat coin. The power beat coin only. Yeah, it's looking pretty decent. The horns are looking a little weird. I might have to go and fix that, but
Having some sort of TTS would be lovely for someone like you TBH. But in what way? I wanna make reading easier for you, crying face emoji.
I mean, I literally could just turn it on so that every message that is said is on TTS, but It is, I don't know. I feel like that'd be annoying for everyone else and probably annoying for me too, because like at a certain point it just like I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I just feel like it would be annoying. I don't know. Like, especially if I couldn't read things out of order or like people are just saying things when I'm like trying to focus. It's nice to be able to like go back and forth between things. Bean, what do you think so far? I definitely need to fix one of his horns, but I don't know which one yet, but here's his wings. They're small. Never made a geometrical guy before. Actually, that's untrue. Kibo's a geometrical guy. Just a different kind of geometric. Here's his wings. I think the interior lines I'm gonna recolor, but love. I love. You know what I mean? I think we need to move this one eye over. Be like there. Do we give him an expression, or do we just kind of let him be kind of expressionless? Looks very cool. Oh, I feel like almost expressionless is the maybe just maybe just the geometry speaks for the face. It's not quite perfect. We'll be real, but we're also trying to do it somewhat quickly, so I hope you can forgive me. That's better. Good enough for me. Hey Bean, do you know the artist Alex Corville? Canadian painter Alex Corville? No way. What you think about his poorly rendered no computer art? Crazy reminds me of Dali's work where things look out of place, but of course Corville does it deliberately, as Dali, both using different version or different media. Interesting. I feel like I remember discussing this before. Okay. I guess we'll use my color palette for this. Just cause we have enough greens. Hydrate. Thank you, I should. You're right. You're so right. I was just choked on my water, not gonna lie. Now I think it would be cool to do, again, like I was saying, player check redeem. I do have to save this. File, save as Emerald Dragon. Who knows if I spelled that right, but you know. Great work on this little guy, thank you. I appreciate it. I think I can make him more emeraldy though. Yeah, a little bit of fine tuning and it'll be good, you know. Just no way. Ignore me. Oh. Yeah, we'll just do that. Fine. And then we can do like a more emeraldy color, sort of whatever. Like a sort of, you know. Hold. Give him a little more pizzazz, you know? A pizzazz guy. Dude, looking it up, the two guys were only 16 years off from each other. Oh, I see. Back. I want to eat him. He does look yummy. Yummy, 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 yummy. Okay, now let's do some shading. And maybe some extra lighting and call it a day on this little guy. Give him a little more harsher lighting, I guess. I kind of feel like he needs a face now. Now that I made the interior line art. I don't know why I wanted to do the little tongue sticking out, but I did. You can tell me not to do that, but I thought it was funny. What's the prompt? Got Lurk have to do? Have you on the background need to listen to any specific to music for inspiration? I see. Geometric Spyro. It's a Spyro in it. It's a Crystal Dragon from Spyro. $100 beats Mock's British accent. Oh, and when I said Spyro in it, yeah, 100%. Yeah, you got it. Looks cool. Yeah, it's pretty good. I like how you called that before I read it. All right, and then do you like? Very gently, but he did. Sure. Do you like? Wait, Bean. Before you leave. What kind of expression do you want? I gave it a little derpy tongue face, but I can give it any expression. I just thought it was funny. Keep it, please. Okay. It's so funny. I don't know why that was what I chose, but it seemed right. All right, just doing some lighting on the guy, and then we're calling it good. Anyone watch Boil Eye Hobby Time? Probably not. And I called it good. Overlay or soft light? Overlay and on the back of it. Probably basically the same as soft light. We just need to make his tongue like green. I can make it pink, but I feel like I think the midline was his mouth. Yeah. Little guy style, the mouth has to be in between the eyes. That's how it works. Yeah, I think it's better. So the proportions are. Honestly, I'm surprised. I kind of felt like the whatever looks weird, but I guess it kind of turned out alright. I think he's done. Yeah, I think he's good. Kind of like off center on the page, but other than that. Let's do a purple background because that's what it is in the image Bean sent me. That's all I had. There we go. That's good. Save and export PNG. And then let's save it without the BE. Okay, guys, I got to go. My time to separate my birds. The meat birds are picking on my layer hens. Gotta do I gotta build a fence for them. Ah, interesting. Have a good stream. I'll catch you later on. All right, see you, dude. It was good having you here. Mouth between the eyes. I would like to submit whale into evidence. Yeah, he's an exception to the rule. So is tuna. But for the most part, yes, the style is the mouth should be close to between the eyes. It's not quite, I guess, but for a lot of them, but the more between the eyes it is, the cuter and derpier it is. This one's maybe a little more so, actually, but I thought it worked out. Anyway, I guess I could put the mouth lower. Let's just see how it looks, just out of curiosity. Problem is, if it's not on this line, it looks like a mustache. Like this looks like a mustache. Not. Actually, maybe a little bit lower. Just a smidge. Just below the eyes. Oh my god, I can't do things. Z. Yeah, actually, that's a little bit better. I kind of like that better. And Deer Grot, honestly, all of them kind of don't quite follow the rule that I just stated, but yeah, no, you're right. You're right. We're close to an ad, huh? 1 minute and 12 seconds. Dear Grot. Actually, I'll place you on lurk mode. Maybe I'll catch you later stream. Sounds good. Sounds good, dude. Okay. Let's send this to the stream chat. For Bean. I'll at Bean for it. At Beanie. There we go. Okay, Toot. Toot, are you here? He said Jake the dog, which should be easy to do. Jake the dog is a little guy. Is what he wanted. Did I overwrite my save of the template? There's about a 70% chance. Where is he? Here it is. Okay, we are in an ad. Of course, that took me an hour. Anyway, I will be back in 3 minutes and we'll have another hour of ad-free flim flam. Be right back. Hey, I'm Beats. Physics is a tricky theme to adapt to a board game. However, to tackle it, I decided to make gravity one of the main sources of movement. At first, I thought of a Tetris-style approach where everything moves downward, but I thought that was kind of dull, so I brainstormed a bit and came up with a space concept. I could use planets and other celestial bodies to manipulate gravity in different directions. That led me to my first major card type, celestial bodies, consisting of planets, moons, asteroids, stars, and black holes. Each one has its own mass, which determines how hard it pulls things, and a directional arrow that tells you which way it pulls. They also have an energy value, which players can use to convert into power. I chose a square format so that they could be used as tiles on the board, and then digitally painted a celestial body for each of them. Up next are player cards, which I called ship components. Not sure it's really fitting anymore, but that's what I called them. They come in 4 flavors. Effectors, which did things like reduce mass or change the direction of gravity. Creators, which spawn additional celestial bodies onto the map. Propulsion systems, which give you extra movement options. And power systems, which grant you power that you can spend on more movement, or the other card types, provided you have enough. To match the sci-fi look, I decided to give these cards a hologram HUD sort of design. I'll admit I borrowed some elements from one of my other projects. Despite that, I highly recommend self-plagiarism. It may seem like cheating, but it's no different than downloading assets, and this way you can have a unique visual identity across all your games. And with that, this is Stellar Shift. At the To start, players place their ships and a few celestial bodies on the map. After that is player phase, where players use ship components to move across the board and manipulate celestial bodies. And then comes the shift phase. During shift phase, each celestial body activates, one at a time from left to right, top to bottom, pulling ships based on its mass and direction. If you get pulled into a celestial body, you lose the game. After that comes the next phase, where each player will place a new celestial body somewhere on the board. The cycle then repeats until there's just one pilot left standing. Or flying, I guess. Overall, I think it turned out all right. The games are usually extremely quick, lasting 2 to 3 rounds, which is maybe a little bit too fast, but kind of a refreshing pace compared to my other games, which can last hours. And this game would also be best to be played with a chess clock or something like that to keep it from getting too tedious. If you enjoyed my part of this video, check out my YouTube channel, where I talk board games, card games, tabletop RPGs, and game design as a whole. Hi, I'm Nathan, and today we're going to be discussing what makes a good stat system. We'll be going over examples of what makes a good and bad stat system in both tabletop games and video games alike, along with how I implemented these concepts into my game Soul. To start, what am I talking about when I say stat system? I'm talking about games that have base stats that affect your character at a core level, such as strength, stamina, agility, intelligence, etc., and so on and so forth. These stats in turn affect a character's ability to perform actions directly, or often indirectly, by affecting other stats that in turn affect their actions. It's all very complicated. Dungeons & Dragons is a great example, with the primary stats affecting each skill, giving them bonuses. For instance, someone with a high intelligence also gains a bonus to their arcana. So, now that we're on the same page, what makes a good stat system? Well, to answer that question, I like to answer another question. Does a game even need a stat system? No. No, it doesn't.
I return.
Next question. No, but seriously, they don't. But they do help add character diversity to a game at its base level. All right, Toot. That's even your real name. Toot Alu, that's your full name. Come here. There's another little guy. There is. Toot wants Jake the dog as a little guy. I think that's a good one. No, I should do. Hold on. Okay, I lied. I was gonna do a funny bit because I thought I had my Jake the dog hat somewhere and I was gonna put that on, but I don't know where it went. Big sad. I guess I should do push-ups. You're right. Would have been sick. Maybe I could take another look, but Kitten, can you not stand on my computer? Kitten, you're right-clicking everything. Okay, push-up time. Maybe I'll take one more look. I just didn't want to be gone for like 12 years. Actually, we Let's see if I let me look one more time. Well, bam! Look at that. There you go. For the duration of this drawing, I shall wear this hat. It's weird seeing me wear a different hat. All right. Jake the dog. Now I have perfect reference on my head. Do we just make him like an orb? This is peak, indeed. I wonder if I make him like more orb or if I make him like slightly bean shaped. Wouldn't a bean gift 5 subs when you were gone? What the hell? Yeah, it was very kind of him. Too kind, in fact. I guess you're gonna have to settle for second place, Toot. Yeah, true. Unless you're all in first place in my heart. Aw, what a sweetie. I almost wonder if it needs to be up like that. Let's look at the reference. Doesn't really look Jake-like right now. I think one of the things I need to do, just so I can feel at ease, just instant help recognizing him. You know what I mean? Just the white eyes. Ah. Will you give him white circle? Yeah. Stop, I literally said it, yeah. It definitely really sells the look, you know. Maybe I just see what you're saying in the corner of the screen and read it instantly. What were we drawing that kind of looked like Jake the dog the other day? Really, that kind of looks like Jake the dog. Okay, I think what we're gonna do, honestly, is if we take... I don't know what I'm going to do. Take the entire body, yeah. He's got a lot of, or not a lot of forehead, you know? He's kind of a, kind of shape, you know? I don't know how I didn't think... Wait, I don't know how I didn't think of this earlier. Oh, having me do this? I don't know. Maybe you thought I'd have to do original characters or something. Make him less orb. Just by a little bit. You just don't really see the here on the other side. Well, I guess you kind of do. It would just be like so. It's pretty cute. It's pretty dang cute. If I involved his stretchy powers into his little leggies, but I'm not sure it looks right. I think that's it. For once someone gave me a cartoon character, so it's easy to draw. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just JKing y'all morale-ing you know what I mean? I think this is it. I think it looks cute. I like it. If I gave him a beer belly, I mean, I could, but I feel like I already gave him like the... Nah, I kind of like how he is. What if I gave you a beer belly, Tuna? Sure, that's a good question. What if you did? What would happen in this hypothetical situation? You know what's crazy about this hat is that this hat is 10 times lighter than my other one because it doesn't have a bunch of Legos on it. This hat is also like super old, like high school old. Like shouldn't be super old, but man, is it? You know what I mean? How do I have no smoothing? Why does it turn off smoothing on my brushes sometimes? How can I never find this setting? Smoothing. No, no. I don't want it. That other hat is dangerous. Mm-hmm. Dude, I had a hat on my back seat of my headrest that had Jake's face on it.
Hey Shibo just cheered 3 bits. Jump scare.
Ah! Overtime at some bleach to the point where it's nearly white. Crazy. Jake the dog and Finn the human. Phineas the human. It's brainwashing you to want to buy Legos. Doesn't everyone want to buy Legos? Is even brainwashing? It's the most distinct looking one yet. What does that mean? What mean? What layer is this on? Oh. Jeez. What are we doing after this? We are... Oh, that's a great question. Picking another god or another decay card to work on. So bright. Shine bright like a diamond. But this is Jake color, so. I kind of think I should make the mouth be up higher, even though. I don't know. Maybe I can do it here. I don't know. I guess it works. I want to test something. I don't know, it feels maybe like that's more little guy style-esque, but maybe less Adventure Time style-esque, so it's kind of hard to say. Nah, it looks weird. Yeah, good enough. Now we gotta apply the shading, and then I think we're done. I was so entranced by the drawing that I was indeed jump scared. That's what you would think, see? I saw Jensen Ackles saying in an interview that recently he gets embarrassed when he's more excited about Legos than his son. And I felt bad for him because he's clearly doesn't know how universally addictive Legos are. It's true. I'm sure kids these days aren't as interested in Legos because they're have too many screens. Kids these days and their screens and their... You know what I mean? And their TikToks and their fidget spinners. Ooh, kind of like color burn. It's kind of fun. I'm not like 100% happy with this. I feel like something's sort of off, but I can't put my finger on it, so it might just be because he's like kind of tall. But I think it kind of makes sense though, right? Because like his face is at the top of his body. Maybe it's also just that the like I built 1/3 of my Barodur set. I don't know what that is. Is that just a weird word that I can't? Oh, or the Lord of the Rings. Sorry. Yes. Sorry. I was like, huh? Yeah. Yeah. It took a second to click. I can speak from experience that kids still love Legos and want them, but they just play with them a lot less. Yeah. About 3 pieces and then assembled it. Yeah. Or you built it in 3 pieces and then assembled it. Yeah. Build it. I can't freaking words. Anyway, this is Jake the dog. He's done. Maybe we do an Adventure Time colored background. Even though it kind of hurts your eyes, you know what I mean? We have a toned down version of this. Like that. Looks like a little baby chick. Thunder would know something about that. No more push-up redeems for me for a while. Gotta save up. Are you out of money? Oh yeah, I need your feedback on a monster I mentioned for Oblivion. Equips a minion, and when attacked, the minion dies instead. Yeah, I think that could work for sure. Wait. Gotta get old Finn the human little guy. There you go. Seven blessings. Yes, thank you. And with that, it is complete. I guess we gotta put... Oh. Oh, I overwrote it. What a goof I am. It equips a minion every turn. I'm imagining something like 4 power level, it can take a living armor or something. I think it'd be pretty cool. I'm down for that. Probably should write that down. Alright, of course we have a few things to do here. One is throw these little guys. Well, one is put this little guy in the old Discord for Toot to have for his tooting purposes. And the other is to get them on the stack, of course. Which is going to be a little more annoying now that we this still doesn't support drag and drop, does it? That's just so annoying. Streaming, emotes, little guys, Jade Dragon. Or it's a crystal dragon, I suppose, but it is a jade crystal dragon, so I don't know. Who's to say? Okay, so now we need to put it at... This is gonna get weird. Let's see how this works. Transform. Edit transform. I believe we go at 500 by 500. That looks wrong. Well, maybe not. Yeah, that's about right. Okay, now we put him into the Ferris wheel of doom. AKA the stack, but it moves. But I don't know where he is now. Oh, got my eye. He's gonna like randomly be on the side, I think. Yeah, like right there. See? He's definitely too small. Nope. This is so weird to do. Okay, there he is. And then we import Jake the dog. Are you the Jake to my Jake the dog to my Finn the human, you know? Is I like to think I'm germane to your Jake the dog. I guess I can see that. I don't really see myself as a Jake, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I guess I'm technically, I guess technically your father. Brother from another mother. I don't remember how all that works. I'm wondering if there's technically a counterproductive though, because it raises a couple of questions. Can minions attack while they're equipped? Does it still count as being on the board? Yeah. You probably don't even need to equip it. That's probably like extra. You can probably say like, Well, I guess equipping makes it kind of easier. I was gonna say like it could just a minion could block attacks, like get to kill all minions before attacking this thing, but I don't know. Sorry, we're having to wait till the thing reaches the bottom. I could just turn off the rotation, but we're so close. There we go. The stack. Okay. I don't know how far you watched. I don't know. I got pretty far. I got to the whole like alien thing part, but not. I don't know. I got pretty dang far. I think I got to like the last season, and then like, were they like not airing the last season for some reason or something? I feel like I fell off not because it was like I didn't want to watch it, but because it like took forever for the last like season to come out or something, and then I just kind of didn't see it. I don't remember. Start playing Super Mario games, and you can call yourself Jake. Massive thunderstorm approaching. Might disappear. I don't understand the Super Mario reference, but... Don't get struck by lightning, too, though. All right. See, the thing is, I don't know if we... Well, I guess we could technically have one monster for Swarm, but... I think really all we have left for, the Decay deck is a Wasteland, and maybe one more spell. Take a quick look. The Rotten Orchards, that was the idea, yeah. Which is just discards a player card every turn. All right, this is what we had. all of the ones that are the player card backs are open slots. But I think we did say we could have overlapping lands, right? The question is, how many lands then should we make, you know? I would argue we don't need any lands for the Swarm deck. Like, the Husk basically does that, right? The Husk is basically the Swarm deck one. We also have Void Hollow in here because I think the Oblivion is kind of their sort of sub strategy is redrawing old cards. I'm back for a bit. For a hot second, does Fig still come by these parts? I'm drawing something fabric related and could really use an eye with a crocheter. Unfortunately, I haven't heard from Fig in a while. I think she's just busy, probably. I don't know. Busy with family stuff. I miss Fig. Me too. Chaos could have one that draws an additional card if it doesn't draw a curse, but that's not necessary. I think we do one, maybe one for each god. Right? We do one for decay. We probably won't do one for, yeah, I guess maybe one for decay and one for chaos. Chaos would be something, yes, spell related. And then I don't think we need anything else. The rest can just be mix and matched. Me 3. I think we would do 2 wastelands. I think one for chaos would be good. Especially if it's like spell related. I wouldn't say it draws an additional card if the card doesn't draw as a curse. I would think it's like kind of more synergy with the god trying to draw more curses, right? Or something along those lines. Or like I think we have one like when a curse is drawn, it also draws a normal card or something. Or like, yeah, when a curse is drawn, it also draws a normal card. That may have been like one of the god abilities though. That's one thing we did think about, but I think that would be a good wasteland for that. So I think one for decay, one for chaos, and then that will be our last wasteland. We probably can also share the wealth on some of the spells. Like we probably don't need to create 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more spells. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7 more spells. It seems probably egregious. Storm was so scary. Makes me consider a living storm boss. Didn't you say that last time there was a storm? And it could just be a normal monster tuna. Not everything has to be a boss. We only have 2 bosses left. I guess chaos. I think that's what you said last time though for chaos. You're like, what if it's a storm boss? We do have a chaos boss potential. So realistically, we're looking at 1 land, 2 lands, 1 monster. So 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 more cards. which feels like... Actually, no, we were looking for 13 total, I think. I don't know, let's see. I'll have to make sure I'm keeping count of stuff. What do we have right now? I don't know if I said that. I'm 90% sure you said that. Tornado. That was written there. Via Tuna. And you can't say it wasn't your idea, because every time I say that was probably Tuna or someone else who said that, you go, no, it was me. It was always me, which means this was always you and you said it. So I'm sorry, but that's just the facts. Could fit, but I was also thinking about... Yeah, but still, it's there. It's an idea, and it's a storm. Could fit. I was also thinking about a scarecrow fella, like living lanky one. That could be interesting. Makes sense because it could be a big living voodoo doll. I could see that. I could definitely see that. Wait, we're gonna look at old god cards. We have 36 old god cards. That's excluding minions and gods, or old gods specifically. And then six, so 42. We could try to only do 8 more cards. And then we'd have an even 50. Do we think we can manage that? I think we probably could. Would Chaos Boss be strong enough if he just activated a curse each turn through the method we talked about? Like equipping curses? These, you can't count spells like half a card because you can get them done fast. Yeah, that's true. No, that's very true. Well, as long as it doesn't get too complex. We definitely had ones that we were like, it's like, oh yeah, I'll do this. And then it ended up being like, I don't know, which one was it? Like Catalyst was like a whole thing, but it's true. I'm talking about final card count number. I'm not talking about difficulty for creating them. Let me just think this through for a second. Null is weird because we have like a lot of blank cards. I guess we would just make like a few extra cards for him. Nah.
Hey Shibo just cheered 20 bits. Hey, I'm gonna go now. Enjoy rest of stream. I'd Kifil pop back in at some point.
Alright, Tebow. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Thank you for all the bits. You were too kind. And it was good having you, as always. I don't think we're gonna get away with being able to do just 8 cards based on the numbers. Yeah, I think if we're looking for an even number, right? Like we're not counting minions because minions don't count on the card count. 1, 2, 3. Like maybe we could do this. And maybe we could share a monster. I don't know, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's still 10. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to do... One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, be 18, I think. Wait, what was the number I said? 42. So yeah, if we do 18 total cards, which means we could get rid of 9 of these ones that we were talking about. Which is a good number. And the rest would be like shared cards. What if I just do it this way? Just to give us some perspective here. That's pretty decent, actually. It's only 3 cards per deck that would be shared. It's mostly lands. Sorry, I'm just trying to think this all the way through. Null's tutorial, so I think just putting the simple cards is fine. Yeah, I agree. It's just kind of a mix of random whatever cards. I think works. Where's Blightmite? Oh, Blightmite's in this deck. Some of these could be moved around too, like I don't Blightmite or Shard Brute and whatever. Like we probably like I almost want to go with your idea of you said having like the drone or whatever with decay. Like I could see moving maybe like one of these cards over here, you know. And then creating the drone. I don't know if it'd be Blightmite or not, but I do like the idea of the what was it when it attacks, it stuns an enemy or something? Wait, 2 streams in a row? Yeah, I'm gonna be busy tomorrow, so I can't do tomorrow. So I'm doing it today. Meeting, Bearby. All right, Toot. Have fun at your meeting. The most you could do for Null is add a monster with no effect, but I don't know if that's worth it. No, I mean, I think like I've have like a monster where it's like, you know, deal like, or like some simple monster ideas that don't belong to anything, right? Like I think we talked about one that's like attacks both weakest and strongest. Like it attacks twice and it hits both things. Like that's like a decent option for a creature, but it doesn't really have to belong to any deck, you know? Hello everyone, just finished 1 day of EID celebrations. Nice. And I'm beeping tired. I was dealing double damage against disabled targets. That's what it is. That'd be pretty cool. Have you been Toot and Tuna? We'll Toot just went into a meeting, it seems like, but... How are you, Beats? I'm good, I would say. Well, I'm all right. I'm good. Good enough, you know? Doing well as I can. I'm kind of tired. Feeling anxiety for no reason. You know how it is. Having no effect is technically an effect in itself because of how it allows the card to have more power, so don't discount that either. No, for sure. I mean, like the Void Stalker doesn't have an effect, right? I mean, it's got a defeated effect, but Blightmine technically has no effect. I mean, most of them have defeated effects, but it could have a no defeated effect, I suppose, or effect, but here we are. I see. Indeed. But otherwise, I'm doing good. I'm living the dream. I'm eating and trying not to poop myself in response to this thunderstorm. I was getting to saying hi. That's so funny. I just imagined that. There you go. Did we? Sorry, I'm trying to think here. Oh, I guess we completed one for the Chaos deck. So technically we already have the Chaos deck one done, which is T-Bow's monster. I suppose Rift Spawner could also be in the normal deck, in Null's deck. Some of these we can move around, but the idea here is that all the green cards are ones we still need to make. Is that correct, though? I feel like I'm forgetting something. I should just import the rest of the other ones, but... Hivine, Infested Remnants. Hivine. Yeah, so that would be these. And then... just to make this, like, easier on myself. Okay. Yeah, we can always shift stuff around, but this is kind of what we're looking at. Arcane Siphoner, Dreadwater, Leviathan. That's here. Okay. Cool. I think we're good. Let's do let's try to finish out this deck. So 3 cards, I think. Yeah. I'm also watching Psychopath Diary of... Diary, the K-drama. I was remembering how much I love watching K-drama. Nice. Would Tornado make sense for Decay? It's destroying a land. I feel like that makes more sense for Chaos, especially if you really want to go with the whole sea aesthetic. Last episode, I'll go to sleep. Nice. I want Thunderstorm. It's so hot here. Yeah, but then it gets muggy. Never watched any. Got recommendations for my first. Me want cold, me want rain. I wear comfy clothes and drink hot chocolate. Well, too bad it's becoming summer. Okay, we're gonna draw the forest. This one should be easy though, especially because wastelands are based off of existing cards. Assuming I did my layering correctly, this should be relatively easy. So we're gonna do the orchard, which will be based off Frozen Woodland, I would think is probably makes the most sense. If the weather damages my house anymore, I'll be homeless. So I don't like this. Sorry, Tuna. That's very rough. I started with True Beauty because, not gonna lie, I think Psycho Diary for Zombie Detective is better for starting point. True Beauty. I read the webcomic of that and then watched the anime, but the webcomic was way better because it was on Webtoons. It was way too dramatic on the anime. I was like, the storytelling was just much better in the comic. But here we are. Anyway, cards. No, we want art. So I said it's my first. This Vicky account is from like when I was 11. It's fair enough. Fair enough, I tell you what. Sometimes you just want drama though, you know? Am I in an ad? No, 30 seconds. Okay, we're gonna pull up this card and then we're gonna take my break. Vicky is like Crunchyroll of Asian dramas. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I think the only one that makes sense is Frozen Woodland. Files, save as. Running out of time. Old Gods. No. Wastelands. Rotten Orchard. Probably give it a better name, but that's good enough for a temp right now. Want to make sure I'm not overwriting Frozen Woodlands. Anyway, BRB, give me 3 minutes. We'll be back in another hour of ad-free viewing. Huzzah! I'm Beats. Physics is a tricky theme to adapt to a board game. However, to tackle it, I decided to make gravity one of the main sources of movement. At first, I thought of a Tetris-style approach where everything moves downward, but I thought that was kind of dull, so I brainstormed a bit and came up with a space concept. I could use planets and other celestial bodies to manipulate gravity in different directions. That led me to my first major card type, celestial bodies, consisting of planets, moons, asteroids, stars, and black holes. Each one has its own mass, which determines how hard it pulls things, and a directional arrow that tells you which way it pulls. They also have an energy value, which players can use to convert into power. I chose a square format so that they could be used as tiles on the board, and then digitally painted a celestial body for each of them. Up next are player cards, which I called ship components. Not sure it's really fitting anymore, but that's what I called them. They come in 4 flavors. Effectors, which did things like reduce mass or change the direction of gravity. Creators, which spawn additional celestial bodies onto the map. Propulsion systems, which give you extra movement options. And power systems, which grant you power that you can spend on more movement, or the other card types, provided you have enough. To match the sci-fi look, I decided to give these cards a hologram HUD sort of design. I'll admit I borrowed some elements from one of my other projects. Despite that, I highly recommend self-plagiarism. It may seem like cheating, but it's no different than downloading assets, and this way you can have a unique visual identity across all your games. And with that, this is Stellar Shift. At the start, players place their ships and a few celestial bodies on the map. After that is player phase, where players use ship components to move across the board and manipulate celestial bodies. And then comes the shift phase. During shift phase, each celestial body activates, one at a time from left to right, top to bottom, pulling ships based on its mass and direction. If you get pulled into a celestial body, you lose the game. After that comes the next phase, where each player will place a new celestial body somewhere on the board. The cycle then repeats until there's just one pilot left standing. Or flying, I guess. Overall, I think it turned out all right. The games are usually extremely quick, lasting 2 to 3 rounds, which is maybe a little bit too fast, but kind of a refreshing pace compared to my other games, which can last hours. And this game would also be best to be played with a chess clock or something like that to keep it from getting too tedious. If you enjoyed my part of this video, check out my YouTube channel, where I talk board games, card games, tabletop RPGs, and game design as a whole. Hi, I'm Nathan, and today we're going to be discussing what makes a good stat system. We'll be going over examples of what makes a good and bad stat system in both tabletop games and video games alike, along with how I implemented these concepts into my game Soul. To start, what am I talking about when I say stat system? I'm talking about games that have base stats that affect your character at a core level, such as strength, stamina, agility, intelligence, etc., and so on and so forth. These stats in turn affect a character's ability to perform actions directly or often indirectly by affecting other stats that in turn affect their actions. It's all very complicated. Dungeons & Dragons is a great example, with the primary stats affecting each skill, giving them bonuses. For instance, someone with a high intelligence also gains a bonus to their arcana. So, now that we're on the same page, what makes a good stat system?
I have returned.
Well, to answer that question, guys, I think I have someone trying to break in. Is it the wind or is it a person? I've always wanted to get murdered. Yui, no, bad. Sorry, wrong response. I think normal human. Punch him in